Hello. Welcome back to an update on my 3-month-old account in summer 2025 RTA, and unfortunately I did not end Emperor. I only managed to get to Warlord and I peaked at 3k points. So today's video I'll be besides reviewing my unit, I'll be explaining also what is my plan and how do I gonna tackle the next season, and yeah, a slight update on my draft style, my pre-bans and stuff. So yes guys, you guys can navigate through those sections down below, alright, because I've timestamped that. Yes, let's go through with our unit first, of course. So basically this season is kind of rough season, especially people who do not have speed for sure, and people who does not have an opener like my account, because basically you just gotta get run down most of the time. Yes, I ungeared my ARAS, alright, for another tank. And this is definitely because this is an ER account, guys, and I feel like ER is a stable turn 2 gameplay for this season, since Tenebra is out and all those units are out too. And this is my ER Genoa that I used to draft him a lot, right? Just because he's just a very stable DPS, and he doesn't care about which Tenebra, just put it this way. As long as you don't get stunned, yeah, as long as you don't get stunned, you are actually kind of good to go, because you can cleanse yourself on S2 anyways. So he's actually a good unit, and especially those who play like super fast Tenebra with low effectiveness, they can't tech this Genoa if I ER stack. Next, my ER Narco, I rarely draft her. She's more of a force band unit, just because I do not have guiding light. It's really hard to draft a Narco without guiding light. Like, no, I'm kidding. Then my Poly, okay, just a degen Poly. Okay, and this ARAM is ER ARAM with Shimadra for ER stacking, and definitely I have her speed at a lower speed just because I tune her to go right after Arya, so I can Arya S3 twice. Okay. Yep, and this is my army key. Just a normal army key. I ungeared my SSB, she's kind of useless unit. Same for Diane. Elena, I have my Elena on tome. Yeah, just because she's kind of slow. Alright, just for AoE cleavers, I ungeared my Wukong, and this is my mod. Barely draft her end of the season, just because everyone is drafting like Tenebra. It's really hard to play mod. Celine is just a normal Celine, and a tank Renat. Just because I release Renat from my pre-bans, most of the time, if I don't have first pick, I ban Flan and Aruka, and when I have first pick, I ban Renat and Flan. So pretty much afternoon soak Flan is permanently black. Permanently banned. Okay, Chanel for DDR. And yep, my Balion is Adamant Shield Balion. Okay, just because I do have a lot of Aureus holder. If I have her on Aureus, they don't work together. So I just swap her to Adamant Shield for more mitigation. Okay, Arunka. I prefer the higher HP one instead of like going for like, almost 3k defense, just so that she can soak a bit more damage. And this is my star of this season. Alright, 200 ER if I included the ER from Bastion of Hope, okay, with open imprint. And she's the star is just because whenever people army cleave me, what I do is I will close her imprint, so she will be 27.7k HP, and you will realize that most of my tanks are lower HP, okay, than my Elena. So basically that's how I actually tank strays. Okay. I mean, that's the tech for me. That's only my solution to tank the Amit Strays tech. ER Landy, rarely draft her at the end of the season. Most likely just draft her for buff stacking just so that Tenebra doesn't land anything. Kayron, rarely drafted him. Akatis, yeah, this is my Akatis. She's just on some extra gears I have. I ungeared made Chloe for Akatis, guys. Though I do play almost 90 games on made Chloe, but I decided to just ungear her for Akatis after I got her from the Epic Dash event. Dark Clovers, did not manage to draft a game out of him. And this is the unit that I got from my confirmed Dark ML5, a designer Lilibet. It's actually really awkward. It's because if I'm playing ER, how the hell do I actually prop Lilibet? So yes, but sometimes I do draft her against Wish Tenebra, which turns out pretty good. If they go for like Wish Tenebra into like whole team of squishy unit, her S3 actually deals a lot of damage. Okay, and this is another star of my account. Okay, Triple S imprint is just because I wasted all my selectors and all my slates on her. Right, no cap. Even those decked out selectors, I pick a plus 15 blue aura and just imprint it on her. Alright, and definitely she's a bit lower HP than my Elena if I have her on open imprint, just so that I don't tank the strays damage. Okay, FCC. Yep, I got an FCC from my daily pool. And yeah, she's definitely lower HP too compared to Elena. It's just so that it's just my tech to handle the Amit Strays cleave. Okay, if not, I would just make her like 28-29k HP instead. Okay, and open imprint for ER stacking. RB, rarely draft her just because most of the cleave right now do have skill null. Okay, and this is another style of during the end of the season. Is because I have her on immunity. Okay, it's a full damage base speed BBK. Yeah, I have her on immunity. So put it this way, 80 ER with all the ER stacking, that means I will resist most of the, some of the openers, and it does not strip my buff. So when I have prop set, when I have immunity, and when I have immortality, I'm actually buff stacking against Wish Tenebra. So I do draft her a lot during the last couple of days against Wish Tenebra. Whenever I see Wish Tenebra, I'm slamming a BBK. Alright, and you guys will see from the draft. Aiden is just for Haseti. It's just a normal DDR, not the ER DDR. Kind of run out of ER gear anyways. Abigail. I do draft Abigail sometimes, especially against the army cleavers. And yeah, basically that's all. That's all the unit I do draft. Let's see what unit that I miss. Yep, basically that's all. And from my speed spread, yes, I do not own a single opener in this account, and I really wish that I do have SPP or I do have ML Pera from an Epic Dash event. That's the reason why I'm suffering so much this season, especially the last few days when everyone just run me down. And let's go to the pretty much last season. This is my top 5. Okay, MP Balian, I do draft it a lot, especially Balian. It's just because when you are playing ER, you don't want your opponent to soul burn you. So I do draft Balian a lot. I do draft Arya a lot. Like I said, Genoa is one of the pick that I pick a lot just because he's one of my highest ER DPS. And you guys can see from here, whenever I have a first pick, okay, whenever I first pick, I ban Rina and Afternoon Soak Flan. When I do not have first pick, I ban Arunka and Afternoon Soak Flan. And how my draft goes is, if Arunka is not available, I mean, say less. This one, I just literally forget Arunka is available. I thought my opponent banned Arunka, but yep, luckily it's a fast race, right? Luckily it's... No, it's actually not a fast race, but that race just does no damage. Anyways. So what I do is, I FCC Arya into MP. This is my usual draft if I don't draft Arunka on the last day. And this is what Hina taught me, and it works really well. I actually climbed like 50 points. I was like 29, 40. And then I managed to climb to 3k with this setup. Okay, which is FCC first into Arya into MP, and then I flex the last two with ER DPS. If I have Arunka, what I do is I Arunka into Arya into either FCC or MP. The reason why FCC is really important for me is just because it mitigates a lot of fixed damage, especially if they draft Shu into me. Okay, so this is my usual opening. Then you guys can see that yeah, I do draft a lot of BBK, especially when they have Tenebra. Let's show some Tenebra games. Okay, I mean, I do draft decent amount of Dilibat when they are squishy like this. It's just because Dilibat S3 can just wipe out like 1 or 2 units. I do lose a lot of games. It's just because, dude, Hera just do so much damage with Wish Nebra. I mean, Uber's Tooth plus the Rampage buff. That's why it's really hard this season for me. Yeah, something like this draft, where our protection set, I have BBK with immunity, and they do not have an opener that strips, right? So, yep, Wish Tenebra landed nothing on my BBK, even though I do not have enough ER anyways. And unfortunately, I mean, yeah, they did a good ban on my Dilibat. Alright, something like this too. Okay, where I just resist a strip, where I open imprint on everyone. I have everyone on open imprint. Then this guy just landed nothing. I mean, that's why they quit before they even start doing damage anyways. Oh yeah, and also for the army tag. Alright, basically this is the army tag. When they draft army into strays, I'll always ban the last unit and I'll leave strays in. Okay, just so that strays S3, yeah, it does a lot of damage, but it does not able, it doesn't able to kill my team. It's just because I have my Elenaf on highest HP and I have Adamant Shield, and also, I mean, it's a fast race anyways. Even though it's a slow race, it does almost no damage against me. Okay, because I have Aureus, Adamant Shield, and highest HP on Elenaf. So strays will defend Pan Elenaf, but it will get the reduced on damage just because of her passive, and her damage will be shared among the Aureus and will be reduced by Adamant Shield at the same time too. So yeah, this is basically the unit that I draft, okay, against Amit Cleavers, and definitely I'll be picking like either Amiki or Genoa. I don't pick Genoa here, it's just because they have a poly. I don't want to give them like extra damage, because if they proc by Genoa, poly gonna S2, and it's just, I mean, I just have to tank a bit more damage. So it is what it is. So that's why I decided to go for like army key. I could probably go for like BBK too over here. Yeah, I mean this is a fake trace anyways, and he's even on Archie too, which is such a waste of damage when they actually buff with armor. So basically that's my game plan. Yep. So moving forward, especially during end of the year, we're gonna have hit hunts. So the main unit that I need to get is definitely SPP. Alright, once I get my SPP, I'll make an ER SPP about 260 to 70-ish speed, and I'll move my Bastion of Hope to her. Yep, and she will be my staple pick. It's just because SPP helps a lot on ER team. Like, it helps to negate Shu momentum, reducing her focus gain. Then it helps on against AU Fiend. No Ice Break account exactly. Unfortunate. It helps again Afternoon Soak Plan too. So yes, definitely SPP will be my main hit hunt unit instead of Pera. And if I tune my account properly, I'll always be dueling with Arya. And that will push my Arya CR, so I get to cycle my Arya really fast too. So that's one of the benefits of having SPP in my account. And besides that, probably the next one I'll pick is either Pera or Abyssal Yufin. Most of the unit that I want is Trida. So let's hope that Epic Dash Part 2 will have a selector for us. Alright. That'll be good. I don't have to wait till like hit hunt. Yep, and definitely, you know, having Celine as a ER DPS is really good for my account too, for the likes. Unfortunately, I did not get Wish to Nebra. It is what it is. I have to suffer myself for probably like 2 more seasons fighting against her. Basically, these are the only ML5 that I got, and most of them are kind of unusable. But I'm looking forward towards Kayron next season. I'm not gonna lie. Like, dude, imagine Kayron gonna cleanse himself, so he doesn't care about Wish Tenebra by stunning him or provoke him or sleep him. Like, once his fighting spirit is full, he's gonna cleanse himself and push forward. And the best thing is, since everyone is drafting those evasion test unit, he doesn't even care about evasion unit anymore. His S3 will lead and does the extra pop damage against those evasion unit. And especially, I mean, people nowadays are playing Uber's Pera. Their Pera are kind of low on HP. Like, most likely like what, 16k, 17k HP. So they are actually dying to Kayron. Okay. And my team is actually really weak against Dark Aiden too. Alright, just because Dark Aiden lands a lot of injury, and injury is really bad if you are playing Arya, just play it that way. So yeah, I don't have to worry about all those units anymore when I have Kayron, and I used to draft a lot of FCC early so I can prepare my team for Kayron 4-5. Right, I can prepare my team for Kayron 4-5, which turns out to be really good, and I'm kind of happy to have him in my collection. So yes, moving forward, that aligns with the buff. Kayron will be definitely one of my main DPS. I'll be drafting a lot, and hopefully they give a selector so that I can pick SPP as my opener, and yeah, I just have to farm more. While for farming wise, I have not decided whether I want to move back to Rift or not. It's because as an ER player, Banshee is just way too good, guys. Alright, Banshee is just way too good. If you're a speed player, right, if you look at Wyvern, I mean, probably only speed set and hit set. Sometimes hit set is used. Right, so you have like literally 2 sets that are not really used, alright, for speed players. Because I mean, crit set, if you have good speed gear, you will just go for like, you know, torrent set count or pen set, right? Instead of like crit set. Or you go for like immunity offset instead of having crit set. So it's kind of wasted. Alright, but as an ER player, it's a bit different. Okay, because counter set is useful. Astro set is useful. Resist set is useful. And lifesteal set, I'm still farming gears for my blue Aria. So pretty much Banshee is literally like a heaven for ER players. And for those who really wanted to follow my path to join the ER gang, yeah, you guys can join my Discord. I have some discussion together. Like down the road, I'll be playing this account for RTA and my main account is for Guild War main. But probably in the future, I still need to farm Rift. Okay, because at the end of the day, we still need some decent amount of speed set. Okay, so if I'll be farming Rift, this will be the set that I'll be aiming for. Okay, which is the speed, Destro, counter, and resist set. I'll be taking out the lifesteal set. Alright, and yeah, resist set will always be my offset for most of my unit, since I'll be ER stacking most of the time. And even my openers, I'll be putting resist set if possible. Okay, like my SVP will be an ER SVP. If I got a Payra, probably it's gonna be an ER Payra anyways, guys. So yes, but I haven't started Rift yet, because I'm down bad on Reforged material. That's the reason why I haven't started Rift. I did Rift for a month for this account. I mean, just to get a decent amount of immunity gear, then after that I'll just move back to Hans. So yeah, basically that's all. That's my future planning for this account. And I hope that next season will be a better season for me and for everyone, and hope that turn 2 will be in a better spot compared to this season. Like this season is really rough for most of the people, and there's not much people playing too, just because the meta really bad. And let's hold hand in Emperor next season, guys, and I'll see you guys for more updates and stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Have fun. See you guys next time. Ta-ta.